So I'm late with the show, because the show normally starts at 8:30, but I'm usually never on time. So if you expected me to be on time, then you don't. If you don't know me by now, like I'm never on time. I'm just like waiting for other people, because I know if I start, people are gonna be mad at me. Drinking from, oh my gosh, my friend got me this cup, and it matches like my paintings from like this site called Part of My Fro. I'm like, I love this is me. Head wrap, lipstick, sunglasses. J Soul, you said life comes at you fast. It's you ain't said nothing but a word. It really does. It really does. I literally like switched from YouTube. I had the show on YouTube and I switched to Instagram. So I have a feeling some people are going to be like, oh, where are you? Tuned into the show and we don't see you. But yeah, it's just easier on here. Thank you. There's reasons for stuff, but yeah. Hi, Kimmy. Hi. So this episode was going to be about seduction. I wanted it to be a two-parter because there's way too much to talk about when it comes to seduction. And even today, I got another topic. So, like another topic about seduction. So initially I was like, yeah, I want to talk about role-playing and just anything having to do with media. So role-playing, taking pictures, sending nudes. Because, men always be asking for nudes. Making videos with your partner. But then I was having a conversation with someone, and the question that I had was like, are men taught seduction? Like, are they taught to not just seduce us, but like to accept seduction as well? J Soul, you said, I think there's passive versus active seduction. I actually enjoy when women ask me for nudes. It's different. Okay, so explain passive and active. Hey, twin. Hey, Natasha. Yeah, so, because I was having this conversation with a guy, and I'm like, the thing is, women, we're taught seduction. Like, we're taught what we should wear, how we should have our hair, like, shaving your the things that we prepare to do when going on dates and stuff like that. We're taught that these are the things you should be doing to attract, to catch a man. But I was like, are men taught that? Like, aside from being taught, when you do wrong, buy a card and get flowers, take your girl out to dinner and stuff like that. But to like actually seduce, like where are they taught it from? Are they taught it from R&B? Like where? So what I want to know is, like, from the men that are in here, where did you get like your first ideas for seduction? For, I'm gonna throw rose petals, I'm gonna plan this night. Like, where did it come from? Did it come from R&B? Did it come from other male relatives or other male friends in your life? Like, because I don't think y'all have all the facts. I don't think you have all the facts. I don't think you do. I think sometimes I don't know where it comes from, because I know, at least for myself and my friends, we don't do this. But I feel like the focus is on like days and special, like it always has to be a special big moment, that I think sometimes you guys don't get to plan and revel in the small little moments that actually are more significant to a woman than, hey, it's great, hey, mademoiselle. Twin, yeah, I know you're in Chicago. J Soul, you said, I think the game has changed. Men can't be passive participants anymore. I don't think either sex can be, really. There are people who are naturally, i.e. passively seductive, versus those who have to. And then you said, work on it. Those of us that are ugly have to actually work at it. Wordplay, planning, making little things count, etc. I don't know if you meant that as a joke, but even good-looking people have to, because that's why most of them get divorced or break up, because your looks can only take you so far. Like, most women will let you know, any woman who's gotten to, like, my age, has gotten to 37, will let you know that there's at least 5 men that they know of that when they met them, ooh, he was fine as hell. You thought I would drink that baby's bath water, and then he opened his mouth. Like, there's men I can think of, like, instantly I would be able to name their names. One in particular, that when I met him, and, like, when I met him, it was at a fete when I was younger, and he was on stage whining, and I was like, oh my God. I was, like, drooling over this man. Now, every time I see him, like, my skin is just, like, just irritated. Every meme you know of an eye roll from baby to granny is me every time I see that man. Every time. Jason said it was a joke. I figured. But, like, I think you're right that both parties have to work at it. But I feel like black men, it's like you're taught about the big moments. You're taught about, you know, when it's Valentine's Day, to do something special. When it's her birthday, when you do something wrong, and it has to be big. Like, you have to buy her something. You have to take her out. You have to do these things. Whereas some of my friends, like, their greatest moments with people that they're with are from simple little things. Like, he put gas in my car. He, like, I needed to go to the hospital to take care of my mom, and he picked me up, drove me there, brought me back home, and he had work the next day. Like, it's those little moments that add up. It's not Valentine's Day, birthday, or whatever. And I'm not blaming y'all. I'm just trying to figure out, like, where did that information come from? For black men, where did the information when it came to seducing, did you get it from, you know what I mean? Because, like, I've seen, you know, at family barbecues, I've seen cousins and sitting around and chatting about women and stuff that they do. So I'm like, is that where you guys got? And when you think back to maybe even, I want to say high school, would have been around the time that, you know, you could make your own money enough that if you were taking a girl out, it was something that you planned or she planned. Where did that come from? Like, how did you know about rose petals? How did you know about taking her out to dinner, getting teddy bears, like R&B? I just wondered where it came from. Because as women, we get media pumped at us even from a young age. Like, I remember teen magazines being like, how to dress, you know what I mean? Like, how to dress or how to do your hair, or 5 things that guys love about girls. Like, we were always given the information of, like, what men wanted. I'm not saying it was correct information, but we got that information. And so I'm like, where did it come from for black men? Tasha, you said, NJB, I'll say, you said maintenance is not taught. I don't think it is. But then I wonder, like, so you think because it's not taught, that's why a lot of black men are not able to maintain? And it's not a judgment on black men. Y'all, calm down for the ones that are about to be like, type her back. It's not a judgment. It's really like, we're expecting you to do stuff that you weren't taught and you're not even, like, really shown. So I just wonder where did the original thing of, like, because most guys that I've dated, like, they've known, like, oh, I'll buy you flowers, unless the girl herself says, no, I don't want flowers, or I'm gonna take you out to dinner. Like, it was always like a special event, I'm taking you out to dinner, and dinner and a movie, or dinner and something else, and it always had to be about money. And for one partner that I was with, I was like, we can do stuff without money. Like, it's okay to do stuff without money. And that thing was the hardest part, because they felt like spending the money shows you how much I care, even if the everyday isn't perfect. And for me, it was like, but the little moments in the everyday add up to a lot more than the sorry moments, or the birthday moments, or the Valentine's Day moments. So I'm just gonna scroll now. It's Green, you said, I'm a little things guy, mostly because I'm poor. And that's the thing. Like, I applaud you, because you saying that, you know, I don't have as much money, so I do go for the little things. But there are some people that don't even, like, they don't even think of that concept. And then we won't even get into the fact that there are a lot of things that I've had black men tell me are very white things to do. And I recognize it's because they never did it. It's not like they did those things with their families. I knew a guy that was like, I never went on picnics. We don't go outside to eat unless it's a barbecue. But it's not like, that's what he told me. It's not like how white people have picnics. It's not sitting down on a blanket and, you know, planning that. It's a barbecue. That's his idea of going outside. So he was like, you can't have a barbecue with just two people. So I'm not going to do a picnic. Like that was, and I couldn't even fault him for that because he didn't know that. Picnics for him is what he saw on television. And it was white people having picnics. J Soul, you said, I learned from the mistakes of those around me, listening to my female friends. Oh, that's a good one. So female friends kind of giving you, or just hearing their stories and being like, okay, I kind of have an idea of what not to do because they all agreed on that. It's Green, you said R&B movies and LL Cool J. Yo, LL, y'all don't know. I Need Love, when I Need Love came out, I mean, I was young, but when I was in like getting into high school, any guy could have played that and I was like, we are meant to be. Boom, boom, boom. The minute I heard that, boom, 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 I was like, oh my God. Sometimes I sit, like, I was like, this is going to be my wedding song. I really did. Guys, the amount of wedding songs I've been through that my mother probably would have walked out of my wedding. All right. NJB, you said some don't take the time to research or they're too embarrassed to ask. I think that's what it is. I think it's mostly being too embarrassed to ask. And I don't completely judge them because we as black women are not, we take no prisoners. We take no prisoners. And if you come an incorrect way or a way that we're not ready to process, we can be mean. We can. I'm not saying all the time, but we can. Rhea said, that part. I love when you say that. It's Green said, I got all my game from smooth rappers. See, and I can't even fault you because I know we're around the same age. So, and no judgment, because I know every era thinks their musical era is better. But for me, like 90s and maybe like 00s R&B and back, because your parents would have been playing like, you know, 70s, 60s, if your parents were like my parents and a lot older, even back to 40s and 30s, that we had this like, we had all this music. And I think we're also one of the great eras, anyone born in like late 70s to the 80s, we're a great era that all the music that our parents loved were used as samples, because the same people getting into, you know, hip hop and rap and R&B are these children of these people, are the people that appreciated these artists. So there were a lot of songs that I was allowed to play in the car with my mom or with my dad because they were like, wait, there's a Frankie Beverly, you're cool, I like, boy, when that song used to play. That's the only reason. The only reason. So we had this golden age, and we had an age of people being like, slip on your red dress and slip on your high heel. Bitches were like, I'm gonna go out and buy a red. Do you have red? Do you have this dress in a red? I need my man to say my, okay? So I completely understand that. It's green. You got your game from smooth rappers, from the R&B game. And JB said, they don't believe that money isn't always the answer. And it's sad because is our community teaching them that? Is our community teaching black men that the only way you can satisfy a woman, that you can keep a woman and a black woman is with money? Because I feel like black women on a one-on-one basis, when we talk to black men, when, like J Soul said, you're invited into our spaces and hear your female friends talk, we don't care like that. We may care in terms of like, okay, starting a life together, we need to make a certain amount to make this shit work, because unfortunately we live in a world where money is important. But on a level of like love or just starting to get to know somebody, most women I know are not about like, this is, or I don't know, because I'm in Toronto, I'm of Caribbean descent. It is very different than probably what it is in the States. So I want you guys to share with me, like, what is it for you guys? Mademoiselle, you said putting the toilet seat down shows me you love me. Girl! Seeing the toilet seat down, like, not even seeing the toilet seat down, seeing you do stuff when you know certain things may cause me anxiety. Something like that. Like, even if it's like, babe, I saw, like, don't be scared, but I saw a spider, I'm gonna kill it, and I'm take it out. I'd be like, and now it's like you did. Like, it's just, you didn't even have to think about it. That's the thing. If you can do stuff for me and not, it's just natural for you, like Mademoiselle said, putting the toilet seat down, that's love. That means you're thinking of me. Ria, you said a lot of them aren't taught that money doesn't matter that much. And agreed with Mademoiselle. Put the seat down if you love me. If you love me. J-Soul, you said, I think there's two different narratives that need to be addressed. I think there's the narrative of when you're mid-20s, and most women are about when men can buy them or take them. Conversely, there's the older narrative that want more than that because that doesn't last. And see, J-Soul, the reason why, I know you think it's a age thing, but for me, I would say it's more geographical, because even in my 20s, same friends, well, not same friends, but I mean like same age group of friends, we were still the same. Like, it was still about, oh my God, like, we went to the fair and he won me a little teddy bear, and that teddy bear meant more than like the party that they posted online and everybody was like, oh, they're the perfect couple, because they were actually fighting that night. Like, stuff like that. You said, so I think as men, black men, get older, they're dealing with two narratives that don't always jive with each other. So can you say, like, exactly, like, what area in the world you're in? If it's in the States, just like name your state or city, just so we have an idea, because any of the people on here, if you are Caribbean or Caribbean descent, I feel like in the Caribbean, growing up at least, we didn't really have that much money anyways. So we were trying to do the cheapest things possible. Toonie Tuesday, and like going to KFC and a Toonie Tuesday, or even worse, if he had a car, going to IKEA and getting dollar breakfast, or like, you know what I mean? Like, cheapest of the cheap. And IKEA was the best, because we used to walk around and then be like, if we got a house together, that couch gonna look bomb in a party room. Like, it was the cheapest date possible. We didn't have much money, or it was, no, I can't say going to parties, because that wasn't really a date. You were really together by then. But yeah, I don't feel, even in our 20s, we were like that. Being in university, like, dead ass broke. We came out of university, everyone was trying to find a job, dead ass broke. Like, I remember being on dates that were just going to people's houses and renting Blockbuster and getting pizza, and that was a date. It wasn't a bad date either, because that person was a sweetheart the entire time. But like, my friends were more about like, I just want you to match my stride. So we're in our 20s. I went to school. You may not have gone to school. That's okay. But as long as you're hustling like I'm hustling, I'm trying to get a job, I'm trying to move up in my career, as long as you are trying to do the same and match my hustle. But they were never about, you should be making this and you should look this way and blah, 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 unless they were at that level. It was always about match my stride. That's all it was about. If I had a friend who, wherever she goes, she's an impeccable dresser, she's not really a dress down type of person, she wants a man that's going to match her stride in style. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it's an age thing, because my people have always been like that. And when I say my people, my tribe would be black women living in Canada, black women of Caribbean descent. And the funny thing is, we're still like having these discussions of like, what do we need to do to let black men know that like it's the little things. I mean, you see, Mademoiselle's from Toronto too, and she was like, putting the toilet seat down is love for me. She said, Mademoiselle, you said, yes, Saturday morning cleanups brought us and our parents together, right? Saturday morning cleanups, oh my God. And that's where, I think that's where we also got a love of like, because we'd want to play our song and they'd be like, oh, you want to know the original? And play theirs. I love that. Gemini, you're like, you silly. When mommy put on those records, geez, Mademoiselle, I'm telling ya, Like, sometimes that's the way you woke up on a Saturday morning to know you had to clean. When I would hear like doom 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 doom, I was like waking up my bed. Lauren, don't cry, I'll leave it. I'm singing the song as I wake up. Vashkana, you said the consensus in American society is money driven. Don't worry about the connection. You pipe in whenever, but yeah, I wondered that because I know I've met a lot of American black men who it's always been focused, their relationships have kind of always been focused around money and the amount of money that they make or don't make. So that's why I said I don't know if it's a cultural thing. J-Soul, you said I was raised in New York, but I noticed when I lived abroad, my interactions with women were vastly different than my interactions with American women. You're right. Mademoiselle said, I love hearing when I'm right, J-Soul. Mademoiselle said, Tuna Tuesday is my shit. And IKEA dates are still what's up. I love an IKEA date. Like, I think, especially because I also find you get to know if you can actually, like, be friends with this person. If they can take your sarcasm, if they can take little jokes of, like, fake arguing about what the living room's gonna look like, or, like, your second daughter's bedroom, like, stuff like that. It's Green said, agreed at Vashcom. Money is a major issue here. Vashcom says, society is about having money to maintain a materialistic lifestyle, not for a generational wealth lifestyle. We'd rather have matching Lambos, but not a trust fund for kids. It's changing slowly, but that's how the narrative have been for black people. And that's why I wonder, we know, like, I find sometimes we know the category. The category is, sorry, I had to say it. We know the category, but all the subcategories, all the trickles down of how it affects us, that's the parts we don't know. I think the only thing for myself is meeting black men who are open to hearing, and I'm not talking about, I feel like the guys in this show, you guys understand, but meeting black men who are open to hearing about what we as black women see as seduction, what we see as, wooing us and actually getting ahead. Because the funny thing is, if you listen to her, you're gonna get what you want. It's so simple. If you listen to what I said I wanted, you're gonna get it. Like, isn't that crazy? Mademoiselle said, I don't know why I wanted to read this as, like, proper, like, Dr. Angela Davis Jamaican voice. Speaking from the experience of a West Indian, our black men come from a long line of toxic masculinity. It's condoned and upheld by mostly the matriarchs. So for me, when a man does the smallest of things, I'm so impressed. To them, their major efforts are money-based. And yeah, I don't know. It's weird for me because even in the Caribbean, like one of my favorite dates I've ever been on, he was like, "Let me go skating, girl. Let me go roller skate." I was like, roller skating? I have never been roller skating. It's not happening. I ain't getting on a roller skate. Come on, let me go roller skate. Come, go. And my thing is, once I get into your car, like, I'm in your car. I'm not gonna, unless I feel my life is threatened, I'm not telling you where to drive. And we went roller skating and I actually had fun. And it was somebody that took me out of my comfort zone. It was actually free in Trinidad. That night. I'm not saying roller skating is free in Trinidad, and it was so much fun. It cost him nothing. We ate street food. And then he came back to my family's house. And then I found out he was a distant cousin. That's a story for another day, though. Thank God we didn't, like, he didn't even get the kiss yet. But, that's what happens when you're Caribbean. Mademoiselle, sometimes I love to do, I was actually doing that earlier today, to someone that was very annoyed by it. I was like, when Mark woke up this morning, he didn't realize that his day was going to take an unexpected turn. Floodwaters of, it's just like, shut the hell up. Thank you, Ria. I love doing voices, and my reading voice is bomb. My reading voice is a bomb. It's Green, you said, just listening and paying attention works. I mean, And the funny thing is, it's not even us women saying it that black men would feel like, oh, we keep talking about listening to us and y'all ain't listening. You guys have actively come in here, like Vashcon, It's Green, Rabbit, I'm trying to remember people, Sapio, you guys have come in here and shown like, yeah, this woman told me to do this, and then I did it, and it was amazing. Like, you show examples. I did what she asked. It reminds me of, if you guys haven't watched, there's an interview of Iman Shumpert on The Breakfast Club, and I think it's Charlemagne, because I just always assume it's Charlemagne, that is going to ask a controversial question. He's just like, why, like, don't you ever get upset of people clowning you because, you know, Tiana basically runs your life? And he's like, no, because I'm happy. I'm happy. Like, black men have this thing of like, I can't listen to a black woman or, you know, do what she says to do because then I'm weak and I'm a pussy. And he's like, I don't care. Like, even if you want to call me weak and a pussy, go ahead, but I'm happy. So who has the last laugh? Like, especially because at the end of the day, like, if that person is riding for you and is supporting you, then majority of what they're doing is for you. And that's the thing with black women. We can be a little like tough with walls up, and our tone isn't always the best, but it's because we care about you. We care. Just like your mother is. It's like when I would fall off my bike, my mother wasn't like, oh my God, my child. My mother was like, how you fall off? You look your mark up your skin. Look your skin now. Now she have a mark on she skin. I don't understand with this child. And I'd be like, my mother is mad at me for hurting myself. But no, she's just so, like, it hurts her so much that I've hurt myself. She's mad. And that's how it comes out. And I feel sometimes that's how we are with black men. It's Green said, facts, that flowy ass gown looking good. Thank you. It's actually a shirt, but I will wear it as a dress. I just realized it can cover my ass. I'm gonna wear it as a dress. Thank you, mademoiselle. This head tie is actually very special to me. It's my grandmother's. My grandma had some style. She's a wrap up she had so yeah, I love when I wear it because I get to think of my grandma. So yeah, I said before in the beginning, like, seduction was the topic for this show, but as I was thinking about it throughout the week, that came up, and I had a conversation with someone today about, you know, black men and seduction, and I was like, they're really not taught about seduction, and they're not even taught, like, rarely are you taught, oh, what you think is wrong, because you don't even associate that, okay, yes, black men are taught that, or black people in general, and I especially find in the States, are taught that money is everything, and you should be using it now. Not necessarily be saving for the future. Use it right now. Show people how important you are by the things that you have. And I mean, society has that view as well. But having that view, it's like, okay, so the only way that you can get a man is if he, like, you should be getting with a man, that has that status and has those things. And if you have a woman, the only way you can maintain her or keep her or whatever the wording you want to use is with money. Mademoiselle said, seduce me with some Popeyes, girl. If I'm with you for a year, 365 days, and 80% of those days, you've brought me food without me ever having to ask. Like, you're just like, you know, you didn't tell me what you wanted, so I just got you what I ate. Or you're like, you said you were craving fries, so even though it was 4 minutes out of the way, I went to McDonald's and got you fries. I don't care about Valentine's Day. I don't give a fuck if you missed my birthday. 80% of the time, you got me food? Even if you showed up at my door with a McDonald's milkshake and then was like, babe, I just brought this for you. That's it. And went home? What? Wash my dishes. Like, just simple things that make me just be able to sit on the couch. Like, that's what's gonna get you sex, because now I'm not thinking about, I don't have dishes to do, my belly's full. Like, now you're gonna get your dick sucked. Everything I had to do is done. Like, come on now. No, I knew what you meant. It's great. Like, that last sentence didn't make too much sense, but you knew what I meant. NJB said, sexy as fuck. Mademoiselle said, trust me, if you bring me food just like that or cook for me, yo ass getting pregnant. Like, right? NJB said, yes. Like, it's so simple. And I've told, like, when I was younger, especially even just in high school, I used to get so frustrated with guys because I'm like, you being nice to me on Valentine's Day, and yet throughout the year, like, I can barely find you, like, we ain't talking as much, you ain't trying to take me out nowhere. And when I say take me out nowhere, I mean, like, us, whether I was paying or they were paying. Let's go out somewhere. Nah. But I got a new video game for my Super NES. No. That's what we're not doing. I also got a new game for my Super NES. I could go home and play it and leave you here. That's what I could do. Because, come on now. It's Green said, I've gotten the panties just because I could make her laugh. It's Green. That may be the line that just, like, broke my show. I thought it was going to be Rhea, because Rhea always has the lines. But that's it right there. Do you know how many men have gotten in my panties from making me laugh? It's making me laugh. It's making a woman comfortable. Making her feel like not... Even if every 5 minutes all you're thinking about is my tits or my mouth or whatever, don't act like it. Just don't act like it. I've told, like, relatives in my life, if you want to get a girl, like, just don't. I understand that all you're thinking about is, like, smashing, is getting in this girl's pants, is seeing your dick slide in and out her mouth. Just pretend that's not what you're thinking about. When she talks, like, hear what she says and, like, process it and then speak back to her about it. Simple things. I even told I used to tell one of my relatives, it's like, if you go and hang out with a girl for the first time, like, she invites you to her dorm room or whatever, and don't, like, even if you guys are making out and kissing, don't have sex. Just be like, I really want to, but I respect you, and I don't want you to think that all this is just about sex. And I promise you the next time she'll try to jump you. Because I know if it was me, I would have been like, what? So you're leaving? Okay. Call me when you get home? Did I just get respected? I don't know what to do with myself. Was I just treated as I should be? What? Like, second time you hang out with her? Oh, that girl's gonna be wearing lingerie underneath those jogging pants. Okay. Gemini, you said, oh yeah, bring me food and I am happy. That's a shirt too. Bring me food and I am happy. Mademoiselle said, feed me and make me laugh. Done. Like, I don't ask for much. Feed me and make me laugh. Rhea, you said, yes, Green. Making women laugh always works. Green said, I got you this card and candies though. You know what? I'm just saying, did someone just respect my boundaries? What? And then the next time he comes over and he's like, yo, you wanna watch that new show on Netflix? And I'm like, sure, yeah. And then I get dressed up like this. And he's like, all right, so you have the Netflix? Like, I ordered a pizza. I'm like, what? You actually want to just Netflix and chill? What the fuck is going on here? I don't know. Is it still 2019? Like, I'm still black, right? Like, that's how she'll be. She'll be so off her game from the fact that you're acting completely normal. Her defenses go down. And then the next day she's like, how did I get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. Like, she'll literally be calling her friends like, okay, you know the guy that I told you was like just a friend? Like, never in a years would I smash? He just left my house, guy. Okay, let's not even talk about it. Let's not talk about it. I might call him tomorrow. Like, that's how you get in. That's how you get in. I'm actually not I was going to say, I'm not a card person. you know what? It's from my youth. I understand why. Cards are just a trigger for me. So I'm always like, you don't have to give me a card. That candy though. I will take that candy. It's Green. You said, I tried explaining the listening / paying attention thing to my cousin. He got mad at me because they're friends now. The thing is, like, I was like, yeah, he got mad that he got friend zoned. There's a very fine balance, and I just at least let them know at the end of the day, like, I can give you all the advice in the world, but being in that moment with that girl, as much as you can, trust your gut. If your gut is telling you, I don't know, I'm not getting that vibe, like, trust your gut. Because most men, I don't believe all men are stupid. I don't. I do believe I'm smarter than every man in this world, though. I'm joking. But I do believe that you guys can pick up on body language and, okay, something doesn't seem, even if you guys don't know what's happening, something doesn't seem right about this right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she got shit going on in her head, but I'm a bounce. It's just, yeah, it's just easier. Like, and if you get friend zoned, 9 times out of 10, a man gets friend zoned because a woman's like, you're not here to get to know me. What you say your agenda is not what you're doing. So some men could get friend zoned just from the simple fact of, like, you say you just want to be my friend and get to know me, but every topic that I keep bringing up seems to keep going back to sex. Like, oh, what's this picture over here? Oh, that's when I went to Colorado with my family. I could see it in your thighs. What? What exactly can you see in my thighs? My family or Colorado? Like, that makes no sense. There's absolutely no sense. But you get a guy who's like, Colorado, oh my God, I went there once, and the girl's like, wait, he's gone? Really? Where'd you stay? Oh my God, that's so crazy. And I'm not saying don't drop stuff, but even like, do you guys watch Queen Sugar? I'm not going to ruin I love that show. But there's a scene in an episode where black man, black woman just chitty-chatting. They're not even on a date, really. They're just kind of killing time. And she's talking about how, like, his job, her job, and she's saying how even though she grew up on a farm, she never wanted to be a farmer. And so he's like, oh, is that why? Or is it because you just didn't want to get up early, or, you know, all the long hours? And so she's laughing and she's like, no, it's actually because of the overalls. And he's like, so your whole life was decided on just a fashion choice? She's like, yep. And then he's like, I can't believe that, because you definitely look good in anything you wore. And even just the exchange, I was like, see, that was the friend, like, listening to what she was saying, responding back, but then dropping little things of like, don't get it twisted, I ain't trying to be your friend. Like, I ain't trying. I'll be here for you, and I want to get to know you, but it ain't just about your brain. So I feel like when women feel like they're the person coming for them, whether that's a man or a woman, like your preferred gender when it comes to love and relationships, I feel like you just need to know the person is genuine. And most people that have been friend zoned, not all of them, but most people, it's Green said, I remember that scene, we're both caught up. We're always caught up. We need to talk about Facts Color, by the way. But most women who friend zone, it is because that person was not genuine. It comes off from them not being genuine, or it comes off from a small percentage will be like, the man says something that she realizes doesn't align with her views. And same way with men. Like, you could be talking to a girl and she's like, that's why I don't like broke niggas, because they never have da-da-da. And a guy will realize, okay, you judge men on their money. I'm now done with this. Like, I can't just walk away from you right now, but you ain't getting further than this. Like, I'm just going to stand here and sip my drink, but I don't want to talk to you. That's what it is with women. It's like, for myself, I friend zoned people because they were homophobic, I friend zone people who I realize you're not even listening to me. Like, the people, you know those people, even just as friends, those people that'll be like, hey, how are you doing? And you're like, I'm good. How are you? Oh my God, girl. My life is so stressful right now. So I told you Ronnie got his girlfriend pregnant, right? So, did you actually care to know about me? Or did you just ask because it's the polite thing to do so you can talk about yourself? Like, we pick up, your gut is there for a reason. It took me the longest time, like I'm not until my 30s for me to realize my gut is there for a reason. And that's saying it's better to be safe than sorry. It doesn't just apply to like physical violent situations. It applies to mental situations as well. Like, it's better to, I know it sounds bad, but it's better to feel like you're disrespecting somebody than to keep being in something that you don't want to be in. You know what I mean? Even on a first date, if you get on a date and like 15 minutes into it, you're like, this is not working. Like, this guy has already disrespected Caribbean people. He's already told me that he wants like a girl that, you know, will stay at home with the kids, and that's not me. Like, there's no point in going further past that. There's no, you know what, just sit out the date, Andie, it's gonna be okay. Maybe he'll be different. Like, no. And even for me, I'm not sitting through, I don't need a free meal more than I need my self-respect. I'm out. Like, we're not gonna work out. So my free meal is still gonna be tainted by the fact that I gotta sit with you. I might as well just go home and pay for a meal. Because at least I'm with good company. I'm with good company. I probably invited a friend over too. So It's Green said, a girl said she don't like Lil Kim and I knew it wouldn't work. You can't trust nobody that don't like Lil Kim. I'm sorry. And if some of y'all are watching this and don't like Lil Kim, don't at me. Okay? Alright. Okay? Alright. I really just channeled my mother. Mademoiselle said, hate those types. The dumpers, they don't really care about you, just want to dump all their drama on you. So true. It's so true. And yeah, you said, Mademoiselle, I know, when you wrote like the ending, I was like, the end. I was trying to explain it to a friend. It's Green, you said Fast Color was fire. So everybody watching who doesn't know, Fast Color is a movie about these black women who have special powers. And, I think it was released in Texas. I could be wrong, but it wasn't like a nationwide or big release, but it has big names in it. It has Gugu. I always mispronounce her last name, so I don't even bother. Lorraine Toussaint. It's such a good movie. And I love the fact that like you have to read between the lines for a lot of things. But it was so beautiful. It was just, man, that movie should have been on a mother effing big screen. Like, I should have been watching it and debating it with, like, younger, oh my God, with my nieces and stuff like that. I love that movie. But yeah, like you said, Mademoiselle, the dumpers, the people that, oh, and Mademoiselle said that movie's so underrated, hidden gem. It really is a hidden gem. But yeah, the dumpers, the people that just drop information on you, that it's like, even the friends you have. I have some friends that I'm like, you know what? My first instinct was that I probably shouldn't have been friends with this person. And I went against my instinct. And now, X amount of years later, we're not friends. And maybe if I'd listened to my gut, who knows? I still believe, I'm the type of person that does believe that everything happens for a reason, but who knows what would have happened if I just gone with my gut on certain things. And so when it comes to dating, especially in the beginning, I'm like, in the beginning is when you can cut and run. You know what I mean? It's when you're further in that it's like, oh, I'm realizing, I mean, I dropped a question online. I dropped a couple, so I'm going to go through them too, of, if you met somebody and you're dating and 2 months later you find out they don't want kids and you want kids. It's like, that's great in 2 months. It sucks when you don't have that conversation. And a year later, you find out, like, you're invested after a year. You are invested. Like, so, like It's Green said, your gut be knowing. Your gut be knowing. I mean, not all the time. Sometimes my gut is just gas. Sometimes I think it be knowing. and then it moves. Then I hear, and I'm like, oh, no, it's okay. You're not horrible. I just need to eat. I'm just hungry. I'm real hungry. Mademoiselle said it sure do be knowing. So, yeah, it made me think about seduction, because I was like, there's a lot of things that, as women, we would do, like, you know what I mean? Like taking dance classes, pole dancing. There are classes out there, and there have been for so long, of like how to give great head, how to orgasm better, how to satisfy your man. I mean, Cosmo on a regular basis, even when I was younger, on a regular basis was like a list of things to attract a man or to keep a man. The things that you can do. And I find with men, I don't necessarily know with most men magazines, because I don't think there's that much, but you guys don't have a resource to be like, unless, like J Soul said, you have friends like that you can sit around and hear them chat, but you don't have that resource to know, like, no, we don't really care about that. Like for me, rose petals. Why? Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to clean them up. I'm pretty sure if we're getting hot and heavy and steamy, they're gonna be stuck to my leg and my ass. And when things are stuck to me and only half stuck and I feel them flutter, I think it's a spider. Now I'm gonna jump out of bed. I'm scared. My adrenaline's going at me. We're gonna get back into it eventually. But like, all of that for rose petals? Care about no rose petal. Care about no rose petal. Now, a Pizza Hut Panormous pizza with some breadsticks and some boneless bites and Cineparts? I could get into that. Shoot, if you want us to do it without like having the full belly, we could fuck and then eat. But at least I know there's Cineparts at the end. There's Cineparts somewhere in there, you know. And I was like, you gotta vacuum that shit up. And that's only if you have a good vacuum. If you ain't no good vacuum, girl. If you ain't had no good vacuum, and it getting stuck in the vacuum, and you have to turn it off, and I don't have time for all of that. Okay, let's not do rose petals. Candles, very iffy. My mother was always afraid with candles. Incense, we does light when we making fish. So you know, some things you might not have to do for me. Some other girls might like that, but you don't have to do it for me. But like, we have to have more conversations. We have to have more, even in relationships, more conversations and more listening of like what your partner wants when it comes to seduction. You may love making movies. Like you may be like, I love filming us together. And your partner may be like, no, I don't want to be filmed. And I mean, talk about it. Why don't you want to be? Is it because you don't love your body? Okay. I love your body and I understand you not being comfortable, but let's work on something. Maybe it's just that you send me sexy pictures that you feel sexy in, you send to me. Something like that. Like, you know, compromise. Mademoiselle said, buy me British Rose from Body Shop instead and sit down. Buy me some rose water. I love rose water for my face. I put it in the products for my hair. Like, get me the things that I love. I had a girlfriend once. Drove me insane because I was like, she was like, what do you want? Like, what do you like getting as gifts? And I was like, I don't like getting roses. Just get me food. Chocolates, I will always accept. Always. And at the time, DVDs. It was like my favorite TV shows. I love having them on DVDs. And she was like, I don't like buying people DVDs. Oh, and gift cards. I was like, I love gift cards. I don't like buying people gift cards. I was like, I get it. I understand that you feel like you're just giving money, but that's what I want. I want the gift cards. I don't get gift cards. Like, not once. She would never get me a gift card. It annoyed the heck out of me. Especially because myself and, like, my best friend Kim, if she's still watching, we're like, get me a gift card because it brings the price down of whatever I was going to buy. Whatever I was going to buy. One of my favorite years is, like, for my birthday, everybody gave me Apple gift cards or just gift cards, like, towards, what mall did I go to? I think it was Eaton Center. And there's an Apple store in there. And I was like, what I wanted to buy came down a good, I think with all the gift cards, it was like maybe 150. That's still a good amount when you're young. Because my mom always had that thing of like, if you want to get something and it's really expensive, first you have to prove to me why you need it. And second, if it is something important, I will give half the money. So my mom was very big on like style and investment. So when I said I wanted a leather jacket, yes, that's a very expensive item. And she was like, are you sure you want a leather jacket? Because I mean, I'm a Gemini. I could have changed my mind in like 2 minutes. No, I don't want it no more. Duh. I want a jean jacket now, Mom. But she would pay half. So getting that money off, I was like, just give me the damn gift card. I know what I want to get. Just give me the damn gift card. Mademoiselle, you said, yes, I bathe in rose water. No Frills has it for $2.95. What? Mademoiselle, this is why I love that you're on this show. No Frills has it for $2.95. I almost got up off this couch and ran out of this show. Gemini said, I love scents and body washes. It's real. I know what you mean. When you get a body wash that you really love the scent of, like sometimes I've gone back and gotten like the cream and the spray just from the scent of it. Cause it just makes you feel so good. But I wanted to get to the questions that were online. Cause there were, some that I'd asked about like, what's their favorite like role play scenario. And it's funny. Most of the guys said strangers. Getting with strangers, acting like we're strangers, which I love too. I love the strangers thing. I love the fake cheating role play. Because all the other stuff like nurse and doctor, professor and stuff, I get too much into it. And then all the sex is gone. Like all the sex is gone. It'd be like, Andie, you've been called to the office because you got a D on your exam. How could I have gotten a D on my exam? Okay, first of all, my essay followed the exact structure that you said it to have. It had the 3 points. I know I answered majority of those questions well. It was open book anyways. There's no way I could have gotten a D. I've ruined many a role play from going a little too far. Just a nurse and doctor, like, it doesn't, I turn into West Indian medicine woman. That's what I am. Dr. Andie, West Indian medicine woman. Like, ooh, babe, I got a pain right here. Can you rub it out for me? Oh, God, nah, I need to get the old bus oil. All you hand on? All you hand on soft candle? Anything? How I gonna rub your leg? Oh, Jesus, you see, if we didn't go bike riding yesterday, I wouldn't have had this pain. It wouldn't have had it. And then, yeah, it's, I always see that look, that one look that, like, a guy will give you, like, and I'm like, I think the mood's gone. I think we've lost it, and yeah, it's my fault. Yeah. It's Green said, that's why I didn't answer it. I knew my answer would be taken. Gemini said, I'm easy to please. Mademoiselle said, triggered. Like, I'm just saying, I'm not the greatest with like traditional role play. So when I say traditional, like, you know, doctor, patient, professor, student, what are some other like traditional role play? It's Green said stranger, teacher, librarian. Ooh, librarian. That's another one I'm not really good at because I was a bookworm. I actually had a fake library when I was younger because I volunteered at the school library. Yes, I volunteered at the school library. And because I'm a nerd, I asked the librarian if I could get like all the little things, you know, like the sticker that you would put in your books, the little form that people had to fill out. My mom got me a date stamp from work. I was literally a librarian. So playing librarian, I take it too far. I just take it too far. But the look of librarian, I totally understand. It's Green. The glasses and the proper, it's that she's proper, but you know there's a little kink inside. Mademoiselle said, boil some bush tea, right? Your stomach hurting, yeah? Yeah, gas, you to break it up with some bush tea, girl. I have a whole bag, girl, a big ass Ziploc bag in the kitchen of bush tea. Mademoiselle said, pizza delivery, landlord. See, landlord, triggered. You will actually kill that mood with me if we doing landlord. If somebody showed up at my door and was like, ta, Andie, how you gonna pay me your rent? I'm not. I'm not. I don't have it. I don't even know why you're knocking. It's not even the first. Like, I have at least, what is it? The 23rd? I have like 7 more days, honestly. I will go to CMHC. Like, I will. I really will. The Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation, I will go to them. And then the mood's lost. It's just pizza delivery. I'd be like, but where's the actual pizza? So you didn't get pizza? But you're a pizza delivery guy. So then what would be the point of me fucking you if I'm not getting pizza and wings? So what did you bring? Nothing. Well, then that's exactly what you're going to get. Nothing. Domino's, can I order a pizza? Like, let me get a real pizza delivery guy. I'm wrong. Y'all, it is. But the role play, I know. The role play of that is sexy. It really is. I will say that. Like, the dress up part of it, I've dressed up as many what have you dressed, any of the women, what have you dressed up as? I've dressed up as a nurse. I've dressed up as a schoolgirl because, I mean, I went to uniform school for up until university. So I had the skirt. I was like, yeah, I'm going as a schoolgirl. That's the role play you getting. That's the cheapest one. Like, it's free. It's Green said, don't you dare cut a hole in the pizza either. If you think you giving me dick in a box, like, I'm more offended over that than if you just, like, Netflix and chilled. If you just came to my house and we watched stuff and then you, like, tried to put the moves on me. I'm more offended than if you come with an empty-ass pizza box as a prop. Ooh, what about Repairman? Because you know what? The only reason why I'm thinking of Repairman is because I had a Repair Woman Halloween costume. So that's the only one. Rhea, you said you've never done role play. I used to love, I had one partner and we would do fake cheating. That was, I loved fake cheating. So it was like, we both would say we had plans, but we both meet up somewhere. And we wouldn't do this often, but like sometimes we get a hotel room and it'd be like, we're meeting at the hotel room and our partners don't know about it. And then we'd have this like running joke. So it'd be like, oh, what'd you guys do last Saturday? And I went to the movies and he did something else, but really we were together. Stuff like that. I like certain role plays like that. Amazon said, I had fake red bottoms from AliExpress that lean back, like Fat Joe. Girl. Yeah, Melanin Leo, the YouTube has just been on me. So I think for right now, it might be Instagram on a regular basis. I have 1 minute and 30 seconds left on this one. But yeah, it's a 2-parter. So next week, I'm going to be talking about Seduction again too. And that's going to get into a lot of like women, what we love to wear, what men love to wear too. Like the lingerie, what they love to see us in. Yeah, we're still going to be talking about Seduction. So don't worry. Next week it's still going to be Seduction too. Mademoiselle said, I want dick in a box. Girl, you telling me if a man show up right now and he show up and he do and he box there and he say open the box and he dick it. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? That's what I want. YouTube has been acting funny, NJB. And you know what? I also feel like Instagram is a bit easier in how we communicate and how you guys write and stuff like that. 42 seconds. I also love that Instagram lets me know. 42 seconds before it's about to cut me the fuck off. Guess what he sees. So, yeah, when it cuts off, 30 seconds, definitely next week we will continue. Mademoiselle said, I want the hood in a box. All right, I'm done. You ended the show. You ended it. Hood in a box. I could actually see like Vibes Cartel featuring Shensia. Hood in a box. You want the hood in a box? You want the hood in a box? I want the hood in a box. I want the hood in a box. I would actually dance to that.